Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you're doing really well. Today, as you can see in the title, we're going to be shaming someone in this video, and that someone is me. Today, we're going to be looking at all the makeup that I haven't used at all in 2021. And let me tell you that there is a lot of makeup that I haven't used. I have this box over here that is completely full of products that I haven't used, and I have some other products on the bed that I haven't used yet this year, and some of the products are brand new on my collection. I think most of them are kind of brand new, but I have others that I have had since previous years, others that I purchased at the beginning of the years or a couple of months ago and I haven't used yet. So we have a lot, and I'll try to explain like each product while we go, but since there are so many products, I'll try to go fast. Hopefully that's going to work. And I realized that like the categories of makeup that I have the most in these boxes are lip products and blushes. So if you saw my last video, the update for my no buy, I said that I wanted to buy another blush, another bulk with blushes, and now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, are you sure that you want that? You have so many blushes that you haven't used yet. So yeah, maybe I'll end up buying those blushes anyway, but this is kind of eye-opening for me. But yeah, I don't want to make this introduction any longer, so let's start with the products. I think we're going to start with the box with no order. Like this box right now, it's a mess, so I'll pick up the things that I can see. And I think we're going to start with foundation. That's the thing that I have on the top of this box, and we have three foundations, I think, that I haven't used not even once. They even have the seal. First, we have this foundation over here. This is the Flawless Finish foundation from ELF. I have the shade Natural. Also, I have the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation from Essence. In this one, I have the shade 50 Neutral Champagne. And I have another foundation, this one from NYX. This is the Born to Glow in the shade Natural 2. Natural, yeah. I have two shades in Natural. Different products, but both in Natural. So yeah, like 3 months ago maybe, I purchased so many foundations. I think I bought like 7 foundation, and out of those 7 foundations I have used like 4, not super like consistently, but I have used those other foundations a couple of times, but these ones are brand new and I need to use them, I know. Another product that is not a foundation but is like a powder with color is this one over here. This one, as you can see, is not new at all. I think I purchased this at the beginning of 2020. This is the mattifying compact powder from Essence, and I have the shade 30 medium beige. I think this shade is a little bit dark for me, but maybe I'll try to finish this one off this summer. And as you can see, it's looking ugly AF. The reason for that is because I drop it and I repress it. But yeah, I need to use this, but I'm trying to finish a face palette, so this has not been like the priority for me. And another powder that I got in 2019 that I haven't used at all this year is this one from ELF. This is the Perfect Finish HD powder, and it's a, I cannot open it, here it is. It's a translucent powder, but I don't like this one. I feel like it's kind of too dry on my skin, so I don't use it a lot, but I don't want to declutter this product for some reason, so I'm hoping that at some point I'm going to use this product. But this one I bought in 2019, so maybe I'll pan it next year. I think the last complexion product that I have is this one over here. This is a smoothing face primer from the brand Navi. I don't know how popular it is, this brand, in other countries, but this one in my country, it's a pretty affordable US brand that you can get in some stores like resellers and that kind of stuff. And I bought this one for my mom last year and she didn't like it, so I keep it, but I haven't used it even once since I got it, like since my mom gave it to me. So yeah, right now I'm trying to finish another silicone primer, so this is not the priority, but as soon as I finish the other primer, I'm going to start using this one, and I'm hoping that next year I'll be able to finish this one. I don't know if that is realistic or not, but at least I'll try. Now let's talk about some eyeliners. And I'm surprised because at the end of the year and through this year, I really wanted to build my colorful eyeliner collection, and I purchased a lot of eyeliners. But I think the only eyeliners that I haven't used at all this year are these four over here. And to be honest, with these ones, I'm not completely sure if I haven't used in the whole year. Maybe I used them once or twice at the beginning of the year, but I don't remember and I don't have the tallies for that time. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't used this year, but who knows. I'll leave some swatches with the names of the colors and the brands so you can see it clearly. And since I don't want to make this video too long, we're going to leave it like that. But now let's talk about some lip products. And let me tell you, as soon as I started with the lip products, my box get full so quickly. But let's start with some lip liners. At the beginning of the year, I didn't have any lip liners, but I bought like a set from Colourpop that had like 10 neutral lippy pencils, and out of those 10 lippy pencils, I only have used 5. And to that, I need to add another lip colors that I have purchased through the year that I haven't used. And now I have 10 lip pencils that I haven't used yet. Same as with the eyeliners, I leave the swatches so you can see it with the names and the brands in case you're interested. But let's move on with some bullet lipsticks, and I have a lot. But let's start with this line over here. From this line, I have 7 bullet lipsticks, and I have only used 1. And these are the other colors that I haven't used. These are a really nice product. It's really smooth. But I think the reason that I haven't used these colors this year is because this one under a mask doesn't work at all. You'll end up with the lippy color smudge all over your face. So I think that's the reason why I haven't used this yet. And the same story, I'm pretty sure I haven't used any of these this year, but maybe I used them once or twice at the beginning of the year. From the same brand but a different line, I have 3 other lip colors. These work better under a mask, but I don't trust them, so I think that's the reason why I haven't used them. And I have some really nice colors in this line, and I really like the formula. My only issue with this brand is that it's not cruelty free, so I'm not purchasing from this brand anymore. But last year I bought a lot of these products. And the last lip, no, it's not the last one. I have 2 more. These 2 over here, also from a Peruvian brand, and this one is from Avon. Same story, really pretty lipsticks, and I enjoy them a lot. I think the only one that I might declutter is this one. This one I don't really like, but I don't have anyone to give this product, so I don't want to just throw it away and wasting this product. So for that reason, I keep it. First, let's talk about the older liquid lipsticks that I have on my collection that I haven't used yet this year. And I have 8 liquid lipsticks that I haven't used. I think most of these products are not cruelty free, so I don't feel inspired to use them. I try to only use my cruelty free makeup, but that's not great either. I should try to finish these ones so I can move them out of my collection. You will be seeing the swatches right now. But also I have these other 2 from NYX Cosmetics, but these ones are brand new, so I'm not mad that I haven't used them yet. And actually the reason that I haven't used them, it's because I don't want to open more lip products if I have so many older ones that I haven't used. Maybe I'll open them eventually, sooner or later, hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, that's the reason why I haven't used these 2 products. But yeah, I should use them definitely. And finally, in the lip product category, we have the lip glosses, and I'm proud because I only have 5 and 3 of them are brand new, so I'm not too mad. And also I'm proud because I think all of my lip glosses are cruelty free, so that's good news for me. But yeah, I have these 4 that well, these 5 that I haven't used yet this year, but I'm not too worried. It's only 5, it's not as bad, and 3 of them are new, so that's okay for me. Oh, almost forget that I have another like bullet lipsticks. This one is from elf, and it's a terrible color for me. I'll make sure I'll add it in the swatches that you saw sooner, so you already saw this color. And to finish with the lip products, I want to mention the lipsticks that I received yesterday. So it's not a surprise that I haven't used them yet, but for the purpose of this video, I want to show these lipsticks to you. I've got 4 Luxe lipsticks that I received, and I like the colors. And I also got these 2 French Kiss lipsticks, and I'll make sure to leave the swatches so you can see them, because I think I'm going to start using these lipsticks, these new lipsticks, like immediately, so it's not an issue for me to show you the swatches of these ones. But yeah, those are all the lip products, and now we can move on to cheek products like highlighters, blushes, and bronzers. It's the same story that I mentioned before. Maybe 1 or 2 of these products I have used this year, but I don't remember. But if I use them, I have only used them a couple of times, so it serves the purpose of this video anyway. But let's start with bronzers, because that is the category that I have the least in this box, and I only have 2 bronzers that I haven't used yet this year. First, we have this one from Patricio. This is the Chilean brand that I have mentioned a million times, and this one is a cheek product, Super Chalk Cheek from Colourpop in the shade Swift. I have heard someone saying that this would have been a nice like bronzer color for hair, and I decided to buy it with that purpose. But now that I have it, I don't know if I should put it as a bronzer or as a blush, like a tan blush. I don't know, but so far it's in my bronzer category, so here it is. Then we can move on to highlighters, and there I have 4 highlighters. 2 of them are from Catrice. This one's over here. These are the More Than Glow highlighter in the shade Platinum Something and Supreme Rose Beam. I know that I have used one of them once, but I'm not sure, so they're in this video anyway. But the ones that I'm completely sure that I haven't touched at all yet are this one from elf. These are supposed to be like the holographic highlighters that I purchased, and I really wanted to buy something like this. I wanted the like the Alchemist palette from Kat Von D, but that palette was way more expensive than these ones, and I'm happy that I didn't bought the Kat Von D one, because if I haven't used these ones, maybe I wouldn't have used the one from Kat Von D. And the last thing in the cheek category are blushes. And same story, most of my blushes I have purchased this year, and I have used like half of my blush collection, and that is so embarrassing. But let's start with the ones from Essence. I have 3 of the blushes that I haven't used yet. I think in total I have 4, and I have only used once. The other ones that I have are from Colourpop, and they're all very similar, so maybe that's the reason why I haven't used them. You will be seeing in the swatches, but except from Crawl Intentions, these 2 between the cheeks and Just She Did, they look the same for me. But yeah, I have them. And the last blush that I have that I haven't used yet, this one is brand new in my collection, so again, I'm not mad that I haven't used it yet. And it's from LYS, and it's the Kindness shade, and it's really pretty. It's my only, no, it's not my only cream brush. So let's say this is the only cream blush that I have. Now let's talk about the category that is the more fun for me, and that is eye products. And let's start with the eyeliners, like the non-colorful eyeliners that I forgot to mention earlier. And first we have 2 black eyeliners. I have these 2. This one is the Calligraph Pro from Catrice, and this is the Epic Ink Liner from NYX. I don't have any intentions to use these two yet because I have two other liquid black liners on my collection that are open. But yeah, I have these two, and also I have this one also from Essica, the Peruvian brand. This one is a brown, but it's not a good product, and it's so messy. You can see it over here. It's kind of a really dark brown, so it looks kind of like a black, but it's really messy. I don't like this product, but I have used it now and then, so I don't want to declutter it because it will only like be wasting product, and I don't want to do that. And the last eyeliner that I haven't used yet is this one. It's a glitter liner. This is called Starlight from Brood Cosmetics, and I haven't used it. And now we can move on to the really fun part. And first, let's talk about the Super Chalk Shadows. Same story again. At the beginning of the year, I didn't have any Super Chalk Shadows, and now I have over 10. And out of all of the Super Chalk Shadows that I have, there are 8 that I haven't used even once, and that's so embarrassing. I have them in this box over here, but I think it will be better for you to see the swatches. And all of those colors are so pretty, and I don't know why I haven't used them. The worst is that every time that I'm going to make a purchase in Colourpop, I want to order more Super Chalk Shadows, but I don't use them enough. At least I think 2 of my Super Chalk Shadows have a pan, but yeah, I don't use them enough, so I don't need to buy more, even if they are so pretty. And now, to finish with this video, we're going to be talking about the eyeshadow palettes. I have 43 eyeshadow palettes on my collection. Please pause the video to tell me in the comments how many palettes do you think that I haven't used this year. I'll wait. It's okay, I'll wait. Are you ready? But well, let me tell you that I'm super proud because out of my 43 eyeshadow palettes on my collection, there are only 7 that I haven't used this year. And 4 of them are brand new on my collection, so again, I don't feel too bad because I haven't had them for too long on my collection. 3 or 4 of them I have only used one shade once, and I don't want to count that like a palette that I have used this year, but I'll show you all of the palettes and I'll let you know which shade I have used in case I have used any. But let's start with the one in the top, and that's the That's Taupe palette. I received this palette a month or 2 months ago, something like that, and the only shade that I have used, and I used it this week, was this shade, Pebble Beach. But yeah, the whole palette I haven't used, so this count like a palette that I haven't used yet this year. The other one is one that is a little bit more embarrassing because I have had it for the whole year and I have only used one shade once. And that is my Nude Mood palette, and I think the shade that I use, I think it was the Wing Wing or the shade Muddy. I cannot remember. Moody. I cannot remember, but I'll leave the name of the shade that I use in the screen. It's missing a shade because it's an build your own palette. But yeah, the other 2 palettes that I haven't used this year are these 2. This one I haven't used at all, even if I have had it for the whole year. And this one I have only used one shade once. This palette, the main squeeze, looks like this, and no, I haven't touched it this year, and that is embarrassing. This is an old palette. I got it in February of last year, of 2020. And the other one is the Orange You Glad. This one is missing shades too for the same reason. They're in another palette, and the shade that I used was the shade Yapiomi over here. The last 3 palettes, they haven't been even 2 months on my collection, so I have no issues knowing that I haven't used them yet. But first we have my ABH Norvina Volume 5, and this one is brand new. I haven't touched it at all yet, and it looks like this. It's a huge palette, but I don't know why I'm not feeling inspired looking at this palette, so maybe I hope I'll use it before the end of the year. And the last 2 palettes are my Huda Beauty palettes, the Mercury Retrograde and the Naughty palette. And these ones I got in the last month. So same story. It's okay for me if I haven't used them yet. I just want to use them before the end of the year. That's okay for me. But yeah, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave the total number of products that I haven't used yet, and the number of my whole collection so we can see which percentage of my collection I have used this year. I'm afraid it's going to be a low number. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe at the end of the year, I'm going to do the same thing, this video, like showing how many of these products I actually use in the last 2 months of the year. I think that will be fun. Let me know if you will be interested in seeing that. But with nothing else to add, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please consider subscribing. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!